Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Untitled Tarot back at you again with another video. I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and donating to my channel. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support. And thank you for those of you who've been booking readings with me. It is truly appreciated, okay? So guys, your girl's Patreon channel is up and running. So if you would like to support your girl, you'll be able to find a link in the description box below. I do post 2 exclusive videos per week, so go check it out if you feel called to. Now, before we dive in, if you've been loving the energy here, I have created a collection of spiritual ebooks and printable workbooks to help you along your journey. From manifestation rituals to love journal prompts, these tools are designed to help you align, heal, and rise. You'll be able to find a link in the description box below or on my Patreon channel under the shop tab. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be about how do people see you versus who you really are. So this is going to be a 2-path reading. Path number 1 is going to be the Wheel of the Year of the Wheel Tarot with the Amethyst Crystal. And path number 2 is going to be the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot deck with the Green Adventurine Crystal. Okay? So pause this video a few months and meditate on the deck or the crystal that you feel most drawn to. You'll be able to find your timestamps in the description box below, and I'll see you guys at your path. Hi Path 1! Welcome to my channel. This is Untitled Tarot back at you again with another video. So my path number 1, you picked the Amethyst Crystal and the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck. And this is going to be your reading, okay? So we're going to smudge the cards first before we get started so we don't pick up the energy of previous videos, previous readings. Okay, so this is like a new thing that I'm doing, guys, the 2-path readings. Okay, I'm starting something new this year and I hope you guys like it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about how do people see you versus who you really are. So how do people see you versus who you okay, my path number 1 coming through. 9 of Pentacles. People see you as somebody who lives a life of luxury, somebody who is lucky, somebody who is like spoiled, because they see the 9 of Pentacles, right? They see you being abundant, they feel like you got lucky, or you live a life of luxury that was handed to you, but really who you really are is somebody who's self-made with the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, nobody gave you anything. You had to work really hard to get the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so on one end, people see you as lucky, they see you as privileged. Okay, that's the thing, privilege with the 9 of Pentacles, which is not technically wrong, but the way that they see this privilege is that it was given to you. Is because you know you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, when in actuality you're self-made. This is who you really are. You're self-made. Okay, so how do people see you? This is who you really are. Ooh, that you're lucky, you get what you want, your wish fulfillment. Oof, this is like this is a recipe for envy. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. People definitely envy you because they see you as somebody who was given your luxury. This is why they feel like you are privileged with a 9 of Cups and a 9 of Pentacles. And these 2 cards, who you really are, is somebody who is follows their own intuition and goes towards their wish fulfilled. Okay, it's not because you're someone who got everything going on for yourself and that you know it was given to you. No, you had to work really hard. Okay, so how do people see you versus who you really are? We have the 4 of Swords. Some people may see you as detached, emotionally detached, or standoffish with the 4 of Swords, mentally unavailable, but really is because with the 4 of Swords, like you're just calm, cool, and collected. Okay, you don't really get into any drama. This is also could represent hibernation. Okay, So this is like giving the vibe that some people may feel like you're distant. They may perceive you as somebody who's distant, but you're really just somebody who's more laid back. Okay, you're introverted. You're very selective with who you allow in your space. How do people see you versus who you? Yeah, we have the Temperance card. So maybe some of people, they may feel like you're standoffish or nonchalant. Okay, but it's really like, no, you're just well balanced, you're not easily triggered. That's who you really are. You're just not easily triggered with the Temperance card. Like, you know how to roll with the punches. You don't really let outside things influence your inner state. We have the Magician. Some people, they may see you as manipulative or charming, but you're just very resourceful and you're a great communicator. This is who you really are. So you know how to speak things into existence. You know how to make the universe bend to your will, which is not a bad thing, okay? Because that's what really it is about, when you speak things into existence, like you're bending the universe to your will, and there's nothing wrong with doing that because you're not bending someone else's to your will. You're bending the universe. The universe is there to like at your command in a way, because it's like you're the one who's speaking your life into existence. Okay, there's nothing wrong with doing that, but maybe people may perceive it as you being manipulative with the Magician. They may perceive you as that. How do people see you versus who you really are? How do people see you? We have the Six of Cups. I'm getting like sensitive with the Six of Cups. But with the Six of Cups, what I'm getting here, who you really are, is somebody who holds a lot of depth. Okay, you're not somebody who wants something on superficial level. Okay, there is a nostalgic energy when it comes to you and the way that people like gravitate towards you. How do people see you versus who you really are? How do people see you versus who you are? Yeah, they see you as unbothered with the Two of Swords. Four of Swords, Two of Swords, they hold similar energies. Yeah, like you're unbothered, you're indifferent. That's how people see you. But who you really are is like, you don't get caught up in people's drama. You're not going to entertain nonsense. Okay, if this is something is not in alignment with you, you're not going to entertain it. Like, you're just going to keep to yourself. With the Temperance card, like, that's why you've come off as standoffish or nonchalant, unbothered, indifferent, disinterested, like standoffish. Like, I keep getting that energy, but it's really you protecting your energy. This is who you really are. Like, if something is not in alignment with you, you're not going to give it your energy. So how do people see you versus who you really are? Yeah, we have the Three of Pentacles. You're a great team player. This is who you really are. Okay. I'm getting like third party energy. Some people may feel like they may see you as like they definitely see you as competent, but they may see you as like not the outsider, because it's not really that, but it's like they may see you as a threat to their perceived power, their perceived status, because you come off as someone with the Three of Pentacles that's very extremely competent. But your competence is not loud. You're not somebody who's boastful, who's going to be bragging about what you could do or trying to perform competence. No, you're really authentic. Okay. How do people see you versus who you really are? Just one card, please, Spirit. How do people see you? Ooh, we have the King of Cups. They may see you as emotionally not unavailable, because you are with the King of Cups, but you're hard to read emotionally. Okay, you're very like, some people, they may perceive you, they may see you as someone who has a lot of emotional, like there's like an emotional undercurrent that is hidden. But with the King of Cups, you're street smart and book smart. That's who you really are. You know how to assess the room, you know how to read the room. So it's kind of hard for people to emotionally manipulate you or try to pull the wool over your eyes. Somebody does not want me to speak because like my voice keep coming in and out. But you're definitely somebody who is with the King of Cups. You're emotionally intelligent. Okay, you know how to read the room. So some people may see you as like closed off because we have the Four of Swords and the Two of Swords, but there is an emotional undercurrent with you with the King of Cups that they cannot read. You're hard to read emotionally. You're very composed. How do people see you versus who you really are? How do people see you versus who you really are? Wow, the Ten of Swords. Ooh, They may see you as like somebody who is cold or calculative with the Ten of Swords, like abrupt ending, like you're quick to cut someone off, you're quick to end things abruptly, terminate something. That's how some people see you. But the thing is, with the Ten of Swords, is like you have low tolerance, you have a very low threshold for BS. Okay, because you're quick to catch people with the King of Cups, like their emotional undercurrent, their intentions towards you. You're so quick to cut them off. Okay, with the Ten of Swords, you no nonsense. Queen of Swords energy, King of Swords energy. I'm getting here. How do people see you versus who you really are? We have the Knight of Wands. Some people may see you as a show off with the Knight of Wands because you get a lot of attention. You might be popular, you might be a popular loner, because I feel like a lot of you like to spend a lot of your time alone with the Nine of Pentacles. You're more focused on your career, your business, your money, your stability. You're not really all up in the mix like that, but you do get a lot of attention with the Knight of Wands. Okay, but who you really are, is someone who has this powerful energy within you with the Knight of Wands. Like, you are flamboyant, you are courageous, you're bold. Okay, you are expressive. Whenever you are passionate about something, you know how to express yourself, you know how to command attention without force. It's not like you're performing the you're not performing for the attention. It's really about you being yourself, and then you're shining brightly. But some people may see you as conceited, or like, show off. So how do people see you versus who you really are? How do people see you? Ooh, we have the Ten of Cups. See, Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups. Yeah, emotionally fulfilled. They see you as somebody who had everything on a silver platter, but who you really are is somebody who cultivated this emotional stability within your life, this emotional um this emotional wealth that you have right now with the Ten of Cups. This was not something that was given to you. It was something that you had to cultivate within yourself, and it took you a long time to be happy and content with yourself, content with your life. Okay, you had to go through the trenches. Like, Nine of Pentacles, like I said, is self-made energy, and somebody who's self-made, they had to do most of the things on their own. Like, nobody was there to help them. Okay, they had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go to bed like at 10 midnight, sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning, and then do it like for a consistent period of time before they reach that success. So nothing was handed to you, but this is how people see you. Okay, so that's all I have for you, my path number one. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, path number one. Bye. Hi, Path 2. Welcome to my channel. This is Stella Beauty Tarot by Kachu again with another video. So my path number 2, you picked the green aventurine crystal and the golden arch nouveau tarot deck. Okay, and so we're going to smudge the cards first before we get started, so we don't pick up the energy of previous spell or previous readings. Okay, so how do people see you versus who you really are? My path number 2, how do people see you versus who you really are? How do people see you? Let's see. How do people see you versus who you really are? What do we have here? Ooh, we have the Queen of Wands. Someone may see you as like cocky. I don't know why I heard man eater. Some people may see you like that because you're so attractive. Okay, you're very attractive, very alluring, but you're somebody with class. This is who you really are. Okay, you're powerful in your own right. Okay, you've earned your stripes. You're someone who had to learn to love themselves fully, to a full extent. Like, no matter what happened to you, no matter what you had to go through, you had to be your own best friend. You had to be your own cheerleader with the Queen of Wands. This is who you really are. Somebody who's confident to your core, not faking it, not pretending just because of what someone else thinks of you or what someone else feels about you. Like, everything that you have, everything who you are to your core is authentic. But people may see you as somebody who is overconfident, cocky, arrogant. How do people see you versus who you really? Ooh, we have the King of Swords. Ooh. With the King of Swords, some people may view you as like stoic, okay? With the King of Swords, like no nonsense, which I feel like it is the truth. Like this is who you are as well. But the way that they're perceiving you or projecting onto you is more like you're mean and calculative and, emotionless, like, you're heartless. No, it's not even that. You feel on a deep level. And this is the reason why you are stoic. You don't want people to know like how deep you feel because you don't want people to take advantage of you. But who you are to your core, who you really are, is somebody who is a sovereign individual, somebody who's highly intelligent, with the King of Swords. But not only that, somebody who has a lot of wisdom, somebody who's been through a lot of like disappointment in life, and you've learned, the hard way that not everything is as it seems. So the way that people present themselves does not necessarily mean that's who they are. So you had to learn the hard way. So how do people see you versus who you really are? We have the Temperance card, okay? Yeah, they may see you as nonchalant or just like distant, but you're just somebody who's well balanced. You don't allow things, outside circumstances, to make you overreact. So how do people see you versus who you really are? We have the Knight of Wands. Wow. Some people may see you as arrogant because you're confident. That's who you really are. You're extremely confident in your abilities. Going back to the Queen of Wands, you know your value, you know your worth, you know what you bring to the table. So you're not going to shrink yourself just because someone else does not feel comfortable in your presence, because they feel insecure or inferior to, because of like how you are so confident in your skill sets, your abilities, what you bring to the table, what you're capable of doing. They feel inferior because they have not mastered themselves and you have. Okay, so with this energy, you may come off like, it's not that you come off as arrogant, but that's how they perceiving you, that's how they see you. Okay, but you're just somebody who's extremely confident, you're courageous, you're bold. Okay, you take calculative actions. Okay, how do people see you versus, yeah, there's a lot of ambiguity, there's many layers to you with the Moon card. Okay, but some people, they may see you as somebody who is like maybe pretending, being fake, because they can't read you with the Moon card. Okay, but there's many layers to you. You're someone who is very sensitive to your environment. So like I said, with the King of Swords, you're stoic. You don't let people know exactly how you're feeling, what you're thinking. You're very selective. So we have the Six of Wands. So with the Six of Wands, what I'm getting here, the way that people see you is that they, like I said, going back to the arrogance, because the Six of Wands could also represent arrogance, somebody who wants to be visible, validation. They may see you as somebody who seeks validation or seeks approval, external approval. But who you really are is somebody who shines to your core. Okay, with the Six of Wands, people just gravitate towards you because this is how your personality is. You have a very strong personality. Maybe you're a Leo or something. Okay, so whenever you walk into a room, all eyes on you. You shine brightly, you're very confident. Okay, it's not arrogance, but this is how they perceive it because they don't believe in themselves the same way that you do. You don't mind shining, you don't mind being in the spotlight, and it's not like you force it. It's not like you go out there and scream at the top of your lungs, yeah, I'm the best. No, you don't do that. You just compose, you carry yourself with somebody who knows who they are and knows their value, and then it translates in your demeanor, it translates in the way that you come across, how you talk, you command respect. Okay, and it's not like by force, it's just sheer energy. Okay, so how do people see you versus, ooh, Six of Pentacles. I don't know why I heard a lick. Some people may see you with the Six of Pentacles. These are people that want to take advantage of others. They may see you as like someone who is extremely generous, or somebody who gives more, like very generous in your energy, your resources. But you're just somebody who reciprocates. If somebody gives to you, you're going to give back. Like you're not the type of person that only gives to receive. It's like when you give, it's because of the out of the goodness of your heart. Okay, so how do people see you versus who you really are? How do people see you versus who you really are? What do we have here? We have Justice. Okay, Libran energy. And that makes sense because we have fire and earth, right? And earth, sorry, and air, because we have the Queen of Swords and the King of, wow, the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. So we have Sagittarius, now we have Libra. So who you really are is, some people may see you as a goody two shoes with a justice card. Okay, you do everything by the book. You're so strict. You're so stern. But who you really are is somebody who has a moral compass, somebody who has integrity. You have some sort of line, okay, that you do not cross. There's certain things that you're not going to subscribe to just because it's the easiest path. So let's say, for instance, somebody wants you to do something illegal, but it's going to get you a lot of money. There's certain things that you're like, nah, I'm not down with that. I don't care how much you pay me. I'm not going to do it. So they may see you as a goody two shoes. Okay. So how do people see you versus who you really are? Wow. With the hero font, exactly. Goody two shoes. These two cards, sometimes people would see it as goody two shoes because it's like following the rules to the T, right? Following like justice with like diplomacy, like, and then we have the hierophant. The hierophant is all about institution, tradition, values, right? So you're somebody like, these two together, like the way that people perceive you is definitely goody two shoes. Okay, you follow the rules to the T, you don't break any laws, which there's nothing wrong with that. Like what? you know what, like what would be wrong with like not wanting to break the law, right? Not to do something out of character. This is how people see you. Okay, like you're not morally corrupt. That's what I'm getting here. And this is who you really are, even though people may see you as like, oh, you're goody two shoes, like you wouldn't do that. They say, okay, well, you sleep with a good conscience, at night. You have a clean conscience. You're not thinking about all the dirty things that you had to do in order to get the success, right? So yeah. So how do people see you versus who you really are? Ooh, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Some of them, they may see you as somebody who's lucky, but they don't understand that this luck is not technically luck. Is because of all the good deeds. All the good deeds that you've done is coming back to you. This is who you really are. You are who you really are is chosen. There's an anointment on your life. They may not see it like that. They may just see you as lucky, but they don't understand that, especially the people that commit crimes or do things illegally, and then they wonder why they're getting a penance. But what do you think? The energy that you put out is coming back to you. If you put out good, what do you think is going to come back? It's not going to be bad. It's going to be good because that's the energy. That's the signature. That's your signature, your energetic signature. That's exactly what's going to come back to you. And if you give bad energy, what do you think is going to come back? This is just the cause and effect. This is exactly it. And you're chosen with the Wheel of Fortune. That's who you really are. How people see you versus who you really are. Just one card, please, Spirit. How people see you versus who you really are. We have the Eight of Wands, okay? Some people may see you as somebody who's always like on the go, all over the place, but really you're somebody who's bold, who take action. You don't sit on your butt and let life pass you by. You take initiative. Okay? How do people see you versus who you really are? Ooh, the Ten of Pentacles wanted to come out. We have the Seven of Cups. Some people may see you as like, yeah, back to the Moon card, because the Seven of Cups is Piscean energy, and then we have the Moon, Piscean energy again. So Neptunian. So there's a lot of illusion around you. People cannot pinpoint you or put you in a specific box, because you are definitely ambiguous to these people. But the thing is, who you really are is that there's many layers to you, not just one dimensional. That's the problem. That's where they feel stuck, because they cannot reconcile the difference between who you are and who they perceive you to be. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. So that's all I have for you, my path number 2. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, path number 2. Bye.